In this video, we're going to be checking out a new light from Olight called the Perun 2. This right angle style light can be carried in a variety of different ways. It has some pretty interesting features, including a proximity sensor and magnetic charging, and offers some significant performance upgrades from the original Perun, including a bigger battery, higher outputs and throws, and longer run times. So if you're actively searching for a new light, this is definitely a good one to consider. This is the Perun 2. It has an aluminum alloy body and it's IPX8 rated and impact resistant to 1.5 meters. There's a magnetic charging port on the base, which is significantly faster than the port on the original Perun, which charges the included 4000 mAh 21700 battery. There's a front switch which turns the light on and off and controls the user interface. The Perun 2 has TIR optics and a high performance cool white LED. And off to the side, you can see there's a small black proximity sensor, which automatically dims the brightness when it detects objects at close range. There's a nice variety of options for carrying the Perun 2, including using it as a headlamp with the provided headband. You can use the two-way deep carry style pocket clip to carry in your pocket or clip it to something like a backpack to light the way while you're walking. It's also got a magnetic base, so you can attach it to magnetic surfaces for hands-free use. Turbo mode has a max output of 2500 lumens and a max throw distance of 166 meters. It can run on this mode for about 2 minutes before dropping down to the 800 lumens mode, where it can run for another 175 minutes. Here's a quick shot comparing the 4 main output modes. Low is on the top left and has an output of 30 lumens, and it can run on this mode for 66 hours, which is about 2 3/4 days. The medium mode is on the top right and has an output of 120 lumens, and it can run on this mode for 18 hours. On the bottom left, we have the high mode, which has a 5000 lumens output, and it can run on this mode for about 4.5 hours. And on the bottom right, we have the turbo mode. For the times when preserving battery life is important, the Perun 2 has a moonlight mode with a 5 lumen output and a max runtime of 12.5 days. Here's a quick demonstration of the proximity sensor in use. As you can see, the output automatically dims when the Perun is held close to the map, and then it increases when it's moved further away from the map. This feature works really well, and it's actually quite smooth. Here's a look at how the Perun 2 compares with the new Warrior 3, which has much more of a spot beam pattern, better suited for long distance use. And if you want to check that light out, there's a link to that review in the description below. There are a few things that I think could be improved upon. Like most of Olight's lights, it only works with a customized battery type, which is okay if you have other Olights, but it's pretty inconvenient because you can't use batteries from other flashlight brands. It also comes with a 4000 mAh battery, but it does work with the 5000 mAh 21700 battery that came with the Warrior 3, so I'm not sure why they didn't include a 5000 mAh battery with the Perun 2. I'm also not a huge fan of the magnetic charging mechanism because it's reliant on Olight specific charging cables. There's also quite a bit that Olight did get right with the Perun 2. I'm glad they upgraded from an 18650 to a 21700 battery, and along with that comes a nice boost in output and runtime. The Perun 2 has a really nice wide flood angle, which makes it really easy to see when you're walking around in the dark, and even though it's a relatively large headlamp, it still feels comfortable to wear for extended periods of time. There's also a great variety of different carrying options, which makes the Perun 2 useful in a lot of different circumstances. Let me know what you think of the Perun 2 in the comments below, and if you want to pick one up and support the channel, there's a link to that in the description. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe to the channel for more reviews like this one.